Alright, what kicked off the Stockroom? In the 90s, I used to work for the Gap. And when you fold enough jeans, like I had April doing in the movie, I kept her in that corner. You start to go crazy, so you're like, I gotta do something. No, but I always wanted to tell the story of the folks that I worked with. I thought that they were so much fun. We had so much fun in the Stockroom. And actually, back in 1998, I had drawn a picture, and I said, this is going to be the first feature film that I make. And I put it up on my wall. And then time went on, I kind of put it in the back of my mind. And in 2012, I revisited that script. And shoot, man, here we are today.
Guys, I just want to say you are all phenomenal. Phenomenal. Amazing script, amazing director. And I just want to know, how long did it take you to shoot this project of love?
Well, we shot this film in 15 days. It was a tight 15 days. Everybody had Saturday and Sunday off. It was fantastic. We shot this in November, and when we first started, it was still warm, and all of a sudden the temperature dropped. And but thank God the Stockroom was warm. That's a good thing.
Did your wife get mad when you kissed her?
Well, this is the first time she's seeing it, and she just asked for a divorce. So I guess we'll work that out later.
I just want to say it was a great film. I really enjoyed it. Everyone did a great job, amazing. I'm just curious to know, being your first film, what did you find most difficult about this process, being your first project?
Working with Luis Antonio Ramos. And you still get cheers. Coño.
Been around,
You Hollywood whore. Well, I think, Guru, what were some of our challenges working together on this project? If you could share any, if there was any that you felt that we experienced together.
No, I don't think there was. It was very calm, very smooth. Everybody worked great. We didn't have any kind of problems at all, well, aside from the food.
Yeah, the food, the boiler room. The only challenges I think were more so just trying to get the funds to make the movie happen. I think that's where a lot of challenges happen. I actually felt scheduling. We were supposed to shoot Luis Ramos in 7 days. He made us shoot in 2.5. No, just that is true though. And but I think just getting the monies, getting people to believe in you. And when you're confident in yourself, when you believe in what you want to do, it's really not hard for people to believe in you and want to help. And Andrew, you're one of those guys who came on board and helped us build the Stockroom. So I just want to give this brother some love because he helped with the building of the Stockroom.
Hi, first off, I'm a big fan of Victor. I've been following you on Facebook forever. J.I., I love that you're in this movie. Absolutely, I know J.I. for many years. I'm just so super proud, and I just want to segue into the part about the budget, because that is important. Because nobody can tell our stories but our stories, and we got to support our Latino films, in particular our Latino artists. And I think we got to share everything that's happening, and we got to do that for ourselves, and just be persistent, and try to get the word out, because we are the destiny. We have to make our destinies happen. We can't rely on nobody else, really. So anyway, good luck in your future projects, and I'm going to continue to support this.
The one scene that I wish would have made it. There was we kept all the scenes. It was more so moments of comedy that I loved and was precious to me. And I think Carlos and I talked about this a lot, where sometimes the comedy was good, but sometimes the comedy, though it was funny, would take away from something that was just a little bit more important. And so I had to step back and go, you know what? It's true. We've laughed in this moment. Let the character have their moment to be compassionate or loving or honest. And, that really helped a great deal to set the tone.
you showed a lot of their personalities. Like their personalities came through. I wanted to know maybe from some of your actors and you as well, how much influence did you have on them? Was it improv? What was the process of like interacting with the actors? Did you let them do their thing, or was it like a collaboration, or did you like change the script here and there? Like, how did that process go?
That's a good question, and I'm going to let some of the cast members actually share a little bit about their experience. You know, starting with my good friend Laz, by the way, who's a wonderful comedian.
My brother Jesus Papoleto Melendez. UT in the house. The beautiful Olivia Whalen. Jamie Fernandez. April Hernandez Castillo. Ricardo Herrera. Luis Antonio Ramos. She didn't play one of the characters, but she's a character. Guru life, everybody. Tracy Perez. Gladys Javier. Jason Molina, who's got a t-shirt with me. J.I. Star, the voice, the radio voice. Ivan Camilo.
So maybe you guys can share a little bit about my brother's question here about the process, and it was also asking like how much of it was scripted, how much of it was improv. You know, these are all great characters. Maybe you can share a little bit about your process briefly during the film.
In my experience, I never had such a audition in the way that I had it with this guy here. He made me do it in so many different ways, and I think do it like chopping now, do it like a clown now, do it like a soap opera, and I think that set the tone to be free on the set and not to be worried about anything. And I really feel like every single line and every single scene that flow naturally, because I feel I have the back of the actors on the scene, and also, you know, how do you say, the support of Guru and Victor, and it was just, you know, it feels wonderful to be in such a film. It feels great.
Hey guys, I had such a blast. Victor Cruz is a very multifaceted guy. Let me tell you, very talented. I first met him as a comedian, and for me it wasn't a stretch. I am a radio DJ. I do voiceovers for a living, so for me it was quite simple. But I had an idea of how to interpret the copy, but he really turned it all around. I would not have interpreted it like that. So he knew exactly what the message was for this film, and he directed me so well. I left that session extremely satisfied with interpreting the author's intent. So I had a blast. Thank you, Victor.
Hi. I wasn't prepared for this question. I honestly, I heard some of what you said. No, I'm kidding. Well, the only time I improvise, I guess, would be the time, you know, just getting the part. Playing with the broom. That was like most of the improvise. But I wasn't prepared at all for this, so I really apologize. Hey man, you let me be myself in this movie, and that's what I saw. Your guidance as well helped me.
I just want to say, first of all, thank you for Victor Cruz and asking me to be part of his film. I was second AD, and he also created a character for me. So, as you can see, that was my improvised.
She forced her way into the movie. True Hollywood hustle.
I mean, everything that he he wanted me to do, and Guru, I did. It was all on script. It was all about them. But I had a really good time watching him because this was the very first time that I saw him go there. And he blew us all away, and I'm very proud of that. And thank you, Guru, for pushing us to be the best that we can be at our acting as well. So thank you.
I loved that Victor was able to give me a little bit of freedom with the character because I was used to playing girls that people didn't like. And I found it fitting that that was going to happen. But obviously with a backstory, and so we had to fill in a very short amount of time, we had to fill in, you know, before the fight. And I mean, we could have gone on forever. It was just a matter of just time because we got warm very quickly. And I've been wanting to work with Victor for so long. So to me, like, to work with all these talented people, at least to know that they were part of the film, especially Guru kind of setting the stage with the spirit of the film that was felt from the very beginning. And I think, you know, the message is to trust yourself as an artist and to trust yourself and trust your path. And I think that that was shown by each and every person's performance. I think that that was something that, you know, the creators and the supporters of the film were able to manifest. So I don't know. It didn't feel like work. It felt like the way it should feel, which is fun and a collaboration and you know, supporting each other as we go through this journey.
You know, I'm old enough to remember when films didn't include a lot of people of color, and when characters weren't developed and they didn't have emotion and they just showed up and they symbolized one thing or the other, either sexual or anger or they were robbing something from someone. So it's you know, the last 7-8 years have been really good in terms of that, and this is really important. You know, I went to high school with Gil, and when we weren't getting ready for this kind of film many years ago. We were just trying to become part of an industry that really didn't want us to be a part of it. And then I meet Victor later, and you know, I did it sight unseen. I said, "Yeah, I'm in," you know, and that's basically the story. It's a tough business, you know, and I've been in it for a long, long time, and it's really nice to see how it's evolved and what's happened to the business, what's happened for Latinos, what's happened for people of color, the availability of material, the willingness of people to take risks like Victor did, to put it together, to put your ass on the line, to be at a festival like this, Urbanworld Film Festival. It's like, wow, that didn't exist some time ago. It just didn't exist. It wasn't here. There's people here that I've worked with, and it's been really good. He went to the same college that I went to, so it's like, we're already kind of connected that way, and that makes a big difference for me. And these people in April, Gil, and all these people, it's amazing to watch, to sit there, and just to see how our industry has evolved over the last 35 years since I started. And I'm grateful. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you.
How can I follow that? I don't know. Vic, I think we need to hug it out. I think we need a hug. Come on. Come on. Are you denying me? Wow. Wow. Real shady, man. Real shady. I'm sitting here, and for all of you, this is my first time watching this, so I'm trying to take in every moment. I was excited to see everyone else have their moments, because as an actor, when you're just doing your thing, you never get to really see anyone else, so I was just cracked up. But really quick, I don't want to get emotional. Man, I hate this part. Yes. You know, it takes a lot of balls to say you're going to do something. It takes a lot of courage to say, I'm going to make this film whether I take my last breath. And I remember Victor and I would be on the phone, and this was about 2.5, 3 years ago, and he was in LA and I was in New York City, and we were talking about Tina and Joseph. And there was a real ratchet scene that wasn't in this part, and I was like, "Hi, Victor, I don't know if I could do that. I don't think she would do that." And so it was actually the kissing scene. It was supposed to be a little more than that, and he knew my concern. And thank you for just allowing that kiss. And my husband saw me kiss for the first time on screen, so we're not divorced, right, baby? Okay. I love you. But to see someone say they're gonna do something and to have all of you be a part of that, I just really hope this inspires each and every one of you. If there's an artist in here, if there's an actor, if there's a director, if there's a writer, if there's something that you want to do, this film, The Stockroom, literally started from a dream and now it's on screen. How you feel about that? I gotta go. I can't.
I got.
Thanks, Vic. Beat that.
I'm gonna try. Guys, you know, no, but Victor, man, this is my spiritual brother, man. I knew him for like 3 years now, and we get gayer and gayer and with each other, and it's amazing. But I want to say I'm super proud of you, man. I know the challenges you had, I know the fears that you had, and the doubt that you had, but I saw the faith that you had, and the courage that you had, and that inspired me as well. And you had a spiritual family and your family by blood to support you to do this film, and to see this here, man, it was amazing. And I think you should never, ever fucking doubt yourself, because it shows how powerful you are when you have people with you and when you believe in yourself. It's fucking amazing. And this, I didn't write this, he didn't pay me to say this, but I do it on my check. But man, I'm super proud of you, and thank you for writing a part for me in this film, and it meant a lot. So on set, I had a great time. Guru directed me great, Victor directed me great. He said, "Be yourself, be a mama's boy." I was like, "Oh, that's easy." I said, "Is it gonna be food?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Great, you don't even gotta pay me, I'm done." And I had a great time, and so I was just being myself. And I said, "Dude, I think you should write more parts for me." He said, "No." I said, "All right, cool." And that's it. So, thank you guys. Thank you, Stockroom team. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Victor, Spiritual Tree. Thank you. It's amazing.
Okay, since we gotta wrap it up, we'll skip over Jamie.
Okay.
Always happens to me, man. I'm gonna be quick then, I'm gonna give you the Cliff Notes. Great job, Victor. No, this movie was awesome. I'm thankful that you had me be a part of it. And Victor actually he has like a calming voice. You know what I'm saying? Like on the set as a director, like even when he criticizes you, it's very like calming. It's like, "Yo, Papa, you did a good job, but less. You need to go a little bit less." And then Guru, the tag team of Guru Lyman and Victor, why? Because Victor would be like, "Yo, you know, Jamie too much." And then Guru would be like, "Who is this character to you?" And then action, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." But it was just a fun role working with April. We just went through it like 20 minutes before we went on. I just knew like while we were just practicing together that it was gonna be a funny scene. So, and it was so fun to do with her, and I just think it's a great film, and congrats, Victor, because he's been doing it for a long time, back in the stand-up days, New York Comedy Club, so you're talented, man, you're the best, man.
Hi. So, as far as improvising versus scripted goes, for me, it was pretty scripted, and I stuck to it, but what I think was challenging was having Guru and having Victor trying to pull something more out of you. Because I walked in there having my own idea of who this character was and what her backstory was, and I had to let some of that go. Because sometimes things don't work out the way you think they're going to. So I think also having an amazing cast, everybody was so close. We filmed in a basement, and you can't help but be cozy when you're underneath a building. So I also was a part of this project for a couple of years. When Victor was workshopping the script, I was there reading Maria. I helped him fundraise the project, which was a humbling experience. And the big takeaway for me is that things can start really, really small, but they can become big. So do what you gotta do.
I had to stick to the script. Victor knows me, I like to go off the deep, but if you know Guru and you saw my character, then you realize that I was the voice of Guru. Who was enlightened, who was the assistant director, well, the other director on the set. And 10 years ago, Victor and I did a project called the Victor Cruz Show. And we had a short film called Small Order. So it's just a blessing now, 10 years later, to be here, to be involved with this with Victor. And to do it with somebody I went to school with, which is Luis. This is just a blessing for me, so I'm just happy to be here. I made sure I came up from Miami to do this thing because I love it.
Congratulations, Victor. Well, Victor, I just want to thank you very much for inviting me to be part of this project and to meet all these beautiful, lovely, professional, and respectful people. And I want to tell you that that's how the set was, which I really enjoyed. It was everybody was very professional into what they were doing and respectful. It was just like one of the most respectful environments I've been in my life. I really appreciated that. Thank you, Victor.
Well, saving the best for last. I just want to say thank you to the cast and crew, Stockroom, especially Victor and Guru. I've been working with Victor for over 10 years now, and I really did believe that Tupac did move to Cuba, and that he is actually there. He's going to come out with an album, so watch out for that. God bless the Stockroom. Thank you for coming.